Hey, it's Laura. We have finally nailed, I should maybe put some lipstick on. We've finally nailed the final eyeglasses. I got these high-powered bifocal stickers, and then here are the glasses. The bigger ones with the extra coating for the computer, the extra coating does help me, but it's too reflective in the library. The kids think I look stupid. So this is at least better, I think. I don't know. That's how I feel. I am Laura with the Yarn Closet in Southern Arizona, and this morning's video is going to be short and sweet with a lot of yarn content and in my house because it is already hot at 7:20 this morning and stupid. So let's flip the camera. I am setting up a new, this is one of my bags from Fat Squirrel Speaks. Fat Squirrel Speaks? The Fat Squirrel. What am I talking about, people? Anyway, I've had this for many years. I'm going to use this at the library at school. So I need a new sock to work on. This is a thicker Tarhi. So I'll let you see me as I discuss this. So I believe that not all sock yarns are built the same. Tarhi is like sport weight sock yarn. And so I will get Tarhi sock tubes made in a 72 stitch. I really need a 64 for a regular sock for me. But I also do this thing. You know, everybody's into barefoot shoes, whatever. Why would you pay twice as much? If you just find a style of shoe that has a square toe box and get a size bigger, maybe a size and a half bigger, and then use a thicker sock with that shoe, you can get that same space to start building out your toes so that you stop pinching your pinky toes and overlapping places and stuff. And that's how I do it. And it's pretty easy to do that and inexpensive. I get a lot of shoes off eBay. Used, never worn, whatever. And I think that works very, very well. And it's much cheaper than getting barefoot shoes. Because barefoot shoes are just shoes for your actual size in a wider than normal toe box to help splay out your toes. You can do the same thing with cheaper shoes in just a bigger size and a square toe box. And thicker socks, and it works great. So I'm putting that in with my sockruler.com sock ruler. And then I actually have my interview. So say some prayers, send some goodwill, whatever. These are the glasses that I wear so I can knit without pinching my head. Or crochet or whatever. I'm going to try those with some crochet I'm going to do today. I'm going to pull those out. And I started another like sock head hat, but I think it's more in the Midas style. Is it the Midas style or am I getting that wrong? Where you knit the hat brim, then you do a row of purl stitches, knit the rest of the hat brim, and you seam it together and then continue to knit the hat. And I'm not sure that my I'm not sure that my gauging and counting and stuff was all what it's cracked up to be. So I'm going to have to work on it for a while and get a couple of inches done, which is going to take a while. And then it might be wrong, and I might have to undo it. But I'm going to leave that as a school project. And I really like this. This was a cone of sock yarn that I got off eBay. My hair looked so good yesterday. I mean, it doesn't look bad today. I could brush it again. That might be helpful. Because it's really not as bad as it looked there for a minute with the ends and stuff. It's just age. It's just thinner, and then this is just so much thinner. And I'm going to do a red light treatment today on, I can't tell if this is receding or if part of it is a color change in the actual hair, because it feels like the hair's there. But with my bad eyesight, you know, I'm legally blind. It's hard to tell sometimes. But I'm going to do some more red light therapy on it today. It's Saturday. And see how we go. Got to have an EpiPen in there. Got to have a pencil. My little leather case for a don't really like this, but it functions. A small crochet hook, some hand balm, a couple of locking stitch markers, and then what kind of needle sizes do I got here? See, I don't really think I need that one. That's a 3. I don't need that one. And then I'm going to put a skein of this yarn in, which is closer to a worsted. I'm thinking about maybe putting these two together to get the same kind of worsted, and be able to do some fingerless gloves with a 3.25 needle. I think that would work. I thinned out all my needles. Part of the motivation in doing that was so that I would start a project and finish it, because I do tend to use the same size needles so often. See, if I just had a little lipstick on, I wouldn't look quite as aged. But I am this aged, and I feel okay about it. I started the 12-hour fast again. So 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., I will only have tea, water, coffee with no cream. And see how that goes. So far, the last week, it all started because I had a migraine last Monday. And so I naturally didn't eat. And then I remembered, well, I've been seeing a lot of stuff about how that kind of fast helps with your glucose levels and spikes, how it can also reset for sleeping. We're getting the next step of the split ACs in the kids' bedrooms today. They're running the electrical stuff. So hopefully next Saturday it'll get finished. Because we're still having some hot nights where it's 75 and only getting down to like 70, 72 in the mornings. That's a hot night. That's a hot night of sleeping. So, all right, so that is my bag packed for school. We're actually in the house and not the yarn closet today. Mitzi found a little square of sunlight. She's my cat dog in a diaper. I rearranged the windows here. Just because we put a screen back in there, because now some mornings I'm able to open that up and get some air in the house and air things out. I'm a very strong believer in airing things out. And then I was going to show you this. So here is, I nailed down all these blue ones last night. I think there's 5 of them. I already had made 2 of these white ones. I am going to make, over the next few weeks, 4 2x4 blankets. This is a 2x4 blanket. It takes 18 of these squares and a 3 round of, then a border that's 3 rounds of granny pattern, and then 2 or 3 rounds of single crochet to finish it off. And it takes 18 of those squares on a 6mm hook. Those are 6 rows, so you get 6 across the side, and it's a 3 across, 6 down. And that ends up with a 2 foot by 4 foot blanket. And I think that is, I've made them This is the second one for friends with kids in wheelchairs. But for little tiny kids, it's a good size also. And a lady in the library, her daughter-in-law is having her third baby, and she's never had a homemade blanket. So I'm going to make a blanket for the baby, but since the other ones are like 1 and 2, I have to make blankets for them too, because they'll never understand. So there's 3 blankets, and then the one other kid has like a 1-year-old, and he likes blue. So I'm gonna make him a blanket too. That way, when all of them are at grandma's, they'll have them, and there's no issue. And it takes me a week and a half to make one. But that has to be my only intent. And I'm lucky because I already have 7. Here we go. 7 of these squares, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares here. So that's half of a blanket. Remember, the one in the box is already called for. And then I have a few squares over here that I can't decide, because I have like 5 of these, but those are only 5-row squares. So I could do each square with a final 6th row, and then I like to combine as you go. And you're saying, but then Laura, how are you going to get all these other squares that are already done combined? Well, because I just pull out that last. You can make these on the go and then bring them home, and then all you got to do is undo this side, and then re-crochet this side, and that's where you attach it to the other one, and then you finish off here. Yeah, you're repeating a little bit of work, but the fact that you can make these tiny squares or smallish squares, and that it's an easy project to work on somewhere else, I just think the ripping out and the redoing isn't that big of a deal, and that it's still a faster process. Oh my gosh, look at that little cute baby in the sunlight. She's so cute. So that's my plan. I think I'm going to put together that other blanket and then finish a few more squares. Decide about this one that's got the 5s, because I can do that 6th row, and then that way, because it's going to be 2 boys and a girl. So then the 2 boy blankets would be similar, and then the girl blanket would be slightly different, because her squares wouldn't be just solid 6s next to each other. It'd be 5s with a border, and then a border around the whole thing. So, I don't know. That's my plan anyway. I am going to try to get the one blanket that I have all the pieces to pieced together and finished this weekend, and get a bunch more pieces made towards the other blankets that I'm making, because I believe there's going to be a baby shower. This mama goes early, so there'll be a baby shower probably the beginning of October. So I got to get on it to get it done. I just finished these sock heels yesterday on this pair. Lovely, lovely pair. And that's where I'm at, and that's what I got to be doing. And my daughter's not here today, so she's with Grandma and Grandpa. So I think I can make some headway, and I have to help my son with some schoolwork. So we got things on the agenda, and I'm sure you do too. Most people have busy weekends. That's all I know. That's all I got. Have a great one, and we will talk to you again next weekend. And there better be some progress. Look with your heart first, not your eyes.